Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 3, BLK, session 2, slash 1. And today we will explore a crucial yet often overlooked question in electrical safety. Is it legally and practically acceptable to have only a water hose for fire protection in an electrical substation without a dedicated fire extinguisher? Before we dive into our presentation, let's quickly introduce the team behind this work. I'm Muhammad Hafid bin Zakaria, nama metrik B11231050. Joining me are Nur Syafiqah binti Muhammad Firdaus and Nur Husnina binti Muhammad Nasran. Together we form Group 3 and we have collaborated closely to bring you this analysis on fire protection in electrical substations. Each of us contributed through research, analysis, and presentation development to ensure a well-rounded and insightful discussion. We were excited to share our findings with you. Okay, so the question that we got is inside of one unit electrical substation, one chamber. There is no fire extinguisher allocated by the owner of the substation. The owner only provide water hose and water sprinkler inside the electrical substation. Is this action follow rules state electrical regulation? How about this rule apply to domestic housing? Okay, so the issue at hand is the owner did not install any fire extinguisher. The only provided method is only water hose and sprinkler system. Is this practice safe and compliance with the law?
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Husnina. So today I want to talk about legal perspective. What does the law say? Regulation 40 of Electricity Regulations 1994. Fire extinguisher shall be provided by the owner of an installation other than the domestic installation and kept on the premises for use at any time. So the legal implication first is not providing appropriate fire extinguisher violates a mandatory safety requirement. And second, could lead to penalties, suspension of operation license, or enforcement actions from the Energy Commission, which is Suruhanjaya Tenaga. Safety hazards. First, why this is dangerous? Okay. Unsafe use of water and electrical fires. First, water conducts electricity. And next one is it may cause fire escalation, electric shock, and equipment damage. So the correct fire suppression system, first is carbon dioxide extinguisher. Second, dry chemical powder class C. And the last one, we never use water.
My name is Roshatika binti Muhammad Firdaus and my number matric is B1123200084. I would like to present about the workplace culture and legal solution. Look at the current practice in this situation. In this situation, we can clearly see sign of the poor working culture at the substation. So they fail on safety standard. The fact that the proper fire extinguisher were not provided shows that the safety is not being taken seriously in this situation. It seems that they only act after something goes wrong or instead of prevent it at the first. And next, they also lack of awareness about the law. Staff and management may not know about the Electricity Regulations 1994, especially about the Regulation 40, which is clearly say that proper fire extinguishers are must in place. This show that the SOP and safety check might not be in place or followed. Then they also make risk becoming normal. The using water near electricity equipment is very dangerous. This kind of habit is risky and show that people are getting too comfortable with unsafe practice. Next is about the recommendation safety action. So the recommendations is install the proper fire extinguisher, which is we should provide Class C fire extinguisher such as dry chemical powder or CO2 extinguisher is suitable for electrical fire, and we should also place the extinguisher at the strategic and easily accessible location in the substation. Next is train staff on electrical fire response, which should provide fire safety and extinguisher handling training to all on-site personnel, including emergency procedure and evacuation tree for electrical fire incident. And lastly, conduct fire risk assessment, which is should perform a full fire hazard audit of the substation and should identify all risk points and update the fire safety plan. Next is public interest and impact. Substations serve thousands of users, and if fire happen, it may cause a power blackout, risk to life and property, and also company reputation damage. Then, social responsibility. Social responsibility play a critical role in the operation of electrical infrastructure, especially substation. One of the key responsibility is to ensure infrastructure is safe, legal, and resilient. According to Electricity Regulation 1994, particularly Regulation 40, substation must be equipped with proper fire extinguisher, no water-based system. This is essential to prevent electrical fire and ensure the safety of everyone on site. A socially responsible operator will also carry out regular safety inspection, install Class C fire extinguishers, and implement robust emergency response plans. By taking this action, utility providers show that they prioritize public safety and regulation compliance. This helps to build public trust. When people see that the company takes safety seriously, they gain confidence in the reliability and integrity of the service provider. Net social responsibility also means protecting workers and nearby community. As employees must work in a safety environment, and the public should not be exposed to unnecessary risks like fire or explosion. It is about doing the right thing, not just for company, but for society also. Lastly, taking responsibility action set a positive example for entire industry. It showed leadership and encouraged others to follow similar high standards, creating a culture of safety, accountability, and continuous improvement.
So to wrap up our presentation, let's review the key point drawn from our analysis. First, it is clear that the owner's decision to exclude a fire extinguisher in the electrical substation chamber is both non-compliant and unsafe. This setup violates Regulation 40 of the Electricity Regulations 1994, which mandates the use of appropriate firefighting equipment in its electrical installations. Replacing the requirement with only a water hose and a sprinkler system not only ignores legal obligation, it significantly increases the risk of electrocution, property damage, and system failure. And finally, this action doesn't just endanger workers operating the substation, it poses a broader threat to public safety and nearby communities, especially in the event of electric fire or electrical fault. That's conclude our presentation. We'd like to thank all of you for your time, attention, and interest in this important safety issue. We hope our discussion has helped shed light on the critical role of proper fire protection in electrical installations and the serious consequences of overlooking safety regulation.